Welcome back. I asked the Claude a simple prompt building a classic snake game. On the right side, you can see this is a playable game. I can just play here with the key. When it hits 3 times, it ends the game and I can play with my keyboard. This is what the Claude creates for me in just a few seconds with the prompt. This is what we call the artifacts. No code being provided, no downloads, everything on the browser just besides the prompt. This is what I will be showing you in this video along with other different examples. This is video number 4. If you haven't watched my previous videos in the Claude series, I have already created 3 different videos. How the video will proceed is I will first explain you what artifact is all about, and then I will show you some published artifacts and how to enable the artifacts in this Claude's website. And then we will create an artifact. I will show you the two difference between the artifacts as well as the AI powered artifacts. And at the end, we will also publish our artifact so that others can also use it. It's going to be a complete end-to-end video for complete beginners if you haven't used artifacts before. First thing first, what are artifacts, right? I have a link here. I will provide the link in the description of the video. It is mentioned here, artifacts allow you to turn ideas into shareable apps, tools, or content build tools, visualizations, and experiences by simply describing what you need. Meaning that you provide a prompt to the Claude and it will be creating some apps or whatever you want to create on the right side on the browser itself. What are artifacts? And so here is also the definition about what are artifacts. It's a significant and self-contained, typically over 15 lines. One thing that you need to understand is whenever you ask some question in the Claude's UI, not all the time the artifacts are invoked automatically. It needs to be invoked when there are some of the criteria it needs to fulfill, and these are the criteria as it is mentioned here. And what are the common examples of artifacts? It will be documents, code snippets, single page HTML websites, images, diagrams and flowcharts, interactive React components, and so on. You can see here on the left side you will be providing some prompt, and on the right side it will be creating some sort of application or what you want it to create. That is what we call the artifacts. Now let's go into second topic, that is how to enable artifacts. On the left side you can see here there is the thing called artifacts also. I will just show you two different ways. You can directly go into the artifacts here, and now you can see this is the artifacts page, and here you can see some inspiration which are already being published, right? You can just go here and pick one of the already published artifacts and start working on it, and you will be seeing your artifacts. For example, this snake game I just published and I unpublished it, but it will be showing here your built artifacts here. These are the 2 points here, and how you want to create it, you can go into this new artifact and create the artifact. But before creating the artifact, I want to show you from where you can enable the artifacts. If you go to this settings icon here, on the settings you need to go into these capabilities, and now here on the first one there is this artifacts. By default this AI powered artifacts will not be enabled. I just enabled this when I was testing before creating the video, but here this is the artifacts, and here ask Claude to generate the content like code snippets and so on. This needs to be enabled. One thing that might be confusing is that it says here disable code execution and the file creation to change this setting. Here you can see this is the code execution and file creation. This needs to be activated to play around with this, right? If you want to deactivate, you need to first disable this one and then you can disable this. So if you want to enable, of course you can enable from here, and now you can enable from there also. Just think that into account. And this AI powered artifacts, I will come back into this later, but this is where you can create the apps, prototypes and interactive documents that use Claude inside the artifacts. And you can just start by saying let's build an AI, and then it will be creating you. I will show you the example to create these applications. Now I hope you get the artifacts. Let me go back into the artifacts, and from here now if you click this new artifact, just click on the new artifact, and here are the categories from where you can start building, or you can have from the scratch. 2 ways now. you can go here and just let's say you want to build some application or you want to build some survey. If I go into it now, it will ask me follow-up questions so that it knows what I am trying to build. It says, okay, great, what's your survey idea? I can just go here, it is something related to feedback survey, and it will ask follow-up question for me. I can say it's for my website and audience, fun and playful. Now it took those things into account, and now okay, feedback survey for your website, and now it is asking me follow-up questions, right? Because it wants to be more clear what it is trying to build. I can say here, okay, blog or content, 3 to 5 questions and so on. Now it is going to build that for me, and when this is building, now you will be seeing the split of the screen here, which goes on the right and the artifacts on the left side. So it says here design this, happy with this plan, and it tweaks. I can say okay, no, go ahead, looks perfect. I'm just providing it just, and you can see here now it splits it, and here on the left side this is the normal chat interface, on the right side it is building that thing for which we ask here, right? So now it is going to be creating the code. You don't need to be knowing if you are testing or something if it works, right? But knowing how to code is good. But if you don't know, also the idea of this is to show you that okay, you can have your idea being presented to the Claude, and it is going to do the heavy lifting for you. Everything will be presented in the UI itself. You can see here, this is the artifacts that is being created when I was speaking, right? It says here 5 fun engaging questions. Here is the questions. It says here first, what's your vibe today after reading? I can say okay, loved it. Now you can see it is going to the next one. I can say how did you end up here? Fate, okay. Google Shorts, how did you find what you are looking for? Yes, totally. Just what content do you want to know more? How to guides. And then I can go to next, and last one, anything else? I can say no, good, and if I submit, that's it. Thanks for taking the time to share your thoughts, your feedback, and I can take it again. This is the idea to show you how it is being built. This is one way of building it. And if I now go back to the open sidebar here, I will go to the new chat. When this is being built, you can see a new chat is being created for you, although we started from these artifacts, and then now this new chat is here. This is the new chat being created. Now I can go now to the new chat and have a conversation here and ask it to create additional things. Let me just ask one question, right? I will just ask something to create for me. I have some examples here. Let me see what I want to build, right? I will be building a meal planner. I will just go here, I'll do copy, and I will just paste it here. I'm saying here, build a weekly meal planner, 7 days, 3 meals each. Let me type in meal names, add a grocery list section, and auto generates based on what I have planned. First, we started from the artifacts. It asks you to follow up questions so that it knows what you want to build. And that is one way of doing it. And then here is the second way of doing it, where you just provided clear instructions. The better you write the prompt, the AI will know better, and then it will provide you the correct version of it. Now you can see here it is using this front end design skill. It has these skills which kicks in based on the question you asked. Now it says okay, I need to go into creating some front end design skills, and it is using the front end design skills. If I click this one, you can see what is the skill here. Create descriptive information. If I click this thing, now it is already creating the meal planner, and this is the meal planner. You can see here what's for dinner, grocery list. You can see here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and this is how it is being shown here. In the breakfast, you can go here and okay, grocery list, milk and cereal. So you can see here, okay, I bought all these things. It's a simple example. And now you can just go here, hide grocery list, and now you don't like the design, maybe you want to make it other designs and so on. You can just go around and play with it to make it more user friendly and customizable based on your need. I hope you get the idea, right? This is how you can create the artifacts. Now I just want to show you also this AI powered artifacts, right? There is a difference between it. Let me show you from this documentation itself. If I scroll down, the link will be in the description of the video. I highly recommend you go into this document, but I will go to this AI powered artifacts. So you can build artifacts that embedded AI capabilities, turning them into AI powered apps. When I showed you the artifacts or the app which I just created before, the snake game and also the game, this meal planner and so on, it does not need to be using these Claudes or the LLM. LLM created those applications, but under the hood, AI or the LLM is not being used for those applications. With these AI powered artifacts, you can enable that functionality. And remember how it is being used. Although this is free version of Claude, it uses the LLM under the hood. The main point of creating the applications is you can quickly share among your friends or colleagues, so others can use them immediately. I will show you and publish as well so you know how it works. No API keys is required and no cost to you. Whether your artifact helps 10 people or 10,000, sharing is free. Usage counts against each user's own cloud subscription limit, not yours. For example, let's say I build the artifacts, I publish it, and let's say 10,000 people uses it. It's on their cloud subscription. So it will be reduced. If they use too much, then the limit that is set by the cloud, that will be used, but it will not be using yours limit. This is also the good point that you can create and just share it among friends, right? And the thing here is for teams and enterprise plans, when you share AI powered artifacts within your organization, team members can use them without incurring additional cost to the creator. This is also a good thing to remember. Now let's go and create one. I will show you which I created. What I just said here on the top is let's build an AI app, right? I will just show you what it did. It says, okay, let's start building it. And it asked me follow-up questions. What kind of AI app do you want to build? I said, okay, document analyzer. It asked me follow-up questions and then it created for me. Now you can see this is the document analyzer it creates for me. Document analyzer, and I can upload the documents here and it will do the real-time analyzing things, meaning there is the AI under the hood. Click on this code icon here and you can see on the top there is this Anthropic model being used and it is using Claude Sonnet for 2025. This is how you can see that if it is AI powered artifacts or if it is not the AI powered artifacts. I will just go to my local file and I will upload something. Let me go into the files and I will take one of the PDF. Here I will just drop here. Now there is two options, summarize or key insights. I can say just key insights or I can ask the question here, maybe key insights. And now it is analyzing, meaning that this is a working web application that was built by Claude, which uses the AI or LLM under the hood. You can share this with your friends, so they can also go here and ask the questions based on what they want to upload into this, and it will be using their subscription, so it will not be using your subscription. I will be publishing this one and let's see how it works. But now it is analyzing things, so now it finishes the analyzing part and it says key insights from this. This is how you can create an application directly with AI powered things. Now what I can do is, if you want to create your own AI powered artifacts, you need to go to these settings and from these capabilities you need to enable this AI powered artifacts. It says here create apps, prototypes and interactive documents that use Claude inside the artifact. I will just do this enable here. Now you can see it is AI powered artifacts are enabled. What I can do now is go here and do the new chat and I will just say here, let's build an AI app, something like this. Once I do this, let's build an AI app, it says, okay, let's build something cool. What kind of AI app do you want to build? I will say here, okay, image analyzer, React, and it is asking me two follow-up questions. Okay, let me build a stunning image analyzer app. You can see it is creating a polished AI image analyzer React app. We can just go here, play around with our image analyzer. You can even click this to see what it is doing. It is going under the hood. All the things are there. The React interactive UI is being used. You can just go here, play around with these artifacts. What is artifact, what is AI powered artifacts, how to build your own artifacts, and also how to play around with these existing artifacts and use that as your own. So you can customize it based on your use cases. It will be opening on the right side. You can see here, okay, vision AI, drop image here. It says describe everything, identify objects, analyze mood, and so on. I can just drop the image. Let me drag one of the image here. Okay, not this one. I will take this image here. Okay, Claude Code 100% free. I will say here, analyze this image, describe everything about this image. Now it is going to describe me. You can see it analyzes the image. Now let's say that we want to publish this. How do we publish it? I will go on the top here. You can download it or publish the artifact. I will click publish artifact, and now here is this image. I can just say publish and copy link. Now you can see it published and the link is being copied. And now if I go to this artifact section, your artifacts, you will see here I have these 3 different artifacts here. I published one font blog feedback before, and this is already here. This is the one that I just published. You can just click here and it will show you here what is the thing we asked here and what is the artifacts. But I already copied the link, right? What I can do now is I can just paste this in the normal browser, and you can see here it says Claude, and this is this artifacts URL. And now you can just share this with your friend, and they will be also uploading the image and getting the outcome out of it, meaning that you can just upload some images and you can describe, you can identify the object, analyze the mood, extract the text, technical analysis, and also these customize things here. If I click customize, let's say this is your friend, take this artifact with you in a new chat with Claude and evolve it with your own unique spin. Customize this, and now you can see I will customize this artifact, transform this, change the topic, and provide more information into it. Now I am acting as if my friend is doing this. They can just go here and make their own version of it. Now let's do the summary of what we went through in this video. We learned that Claude can build fully working apps, games, and it can also create some analyzer, video analyzer, or a text analyzer, and so on. You learn how to iterate on artifacts through conversation, publish them for anyone to use, and remix other people's creations. This is the feature that turns Claude from a chatbot into a creative tool, and it's completely free, as you can see here. In the next video, I will be showing you how to use this web sorts functionality, where Claude pulls real-time information from the internet and cites its sources. It's like having a research assistant built into the chat. Subscribe so that you don't miss it, and drop a comment telling me what artifact you are going to build. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.